We're here in Sydney at the minute. We're at the New South Wales Parliament. Today is the second day of the specially called back Parliament of New South Wales from the Premier here, Chris Minns, to hear what they're calling a terrorist and other legislation amendments. So what this is about, it is in response to the attacks that happened at Bondi just only a bit over a week ago, and they've called Parliament back, recalled Parliament, because they're claiming that they need to put this these emergency amendments through, which in fact are not actually emergency amendments at all. They are a farce, they're a ruse, and what they're actually doing here is they are using this emergency situation that occurred on Bondi Beach, where we saw 15 people brutally shot dead and a whole heap of other people who were injured, as an excuse to rush through legislation that in real terms has got nothing at all to do with responding to what happened on Bondi here the other day. What this is a way to start to shut down people's abilities to speak about issues, to hold rallies on anything at all the government doesn't like. This has got nothing to do with keeping people safe. They're attacking gun owners, firearm owners, whether that's farmers. Farmers are going to cop a big hit with this legislation, and also sporting shooters. This is a blatant attack on firearm owners under the disguise of keeping people safe. So what we haven't heard here from the New South Wales Labor government is any recognition that this is not about banning guns. It's about, it should be about banning extremist Islamic terrorism. Now, that's what they're not talking about. They're not saying a thing about it. So here's a big part of our problem. And this is a part of the scam. So yesterday, they introduced into the lower house here these amendments under the so-called terrorism and other legislation amendments. It went through at, it must have been about probably 11 or a bit after 11 o'clock last night. We were here for the whole day, and we were there when they actually finally passed this thing. So now today we're here in the Legislative Council, which is basically the New South Wales Upper House, and we're seeing debate on this bill now. They have extended the hours from standing orders, where they normally just shut this down at 10 p.m. They're now saying that they're going to just go through to whatever time they have to. The Labor Party, or the government here, the Labor government here, has the numbers to get this through. So I'd say it's going to happen. There are, I've heard from some of the politicians speaking inside, possibly up to 100 amendments that they're going to move against this stuff. So this is going to take a long time. Could go to midnight, could go to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, could go even later, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to stick it out as long as we can here, because we've been doing some pretty late nights and some pretty long hours, as people are aware. And I think that we're going to try and we'll try and keep people updated with what's happening. And also, I think we've got organised with some of the politicians some interviews about what's happening here. There's a number of the smaller parties that are here that we've been talking to. In particular, the Shooters, Fishers and Farmers party here is two MPs here from them. We've spoken to a few of the Libs, a few of the Nats. So hopefully we can get some interviews, and everything doesn't take that long. They just run out of time. And here we're seeing just across the other side, there's Xavier Martin, who's the president of New South Wales Farmers. Here's Jeff. He's just walking past here. He's one of the Nazis here and put up a pretty big effort yesterday. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Catch you later, mate. So, yeah, it's all happening here in New South Wales. And one of the big problems, of course, is that it appears now that Jacinta Allen, the criminal terrorist Premier of Victoria, is also going to try and move this stuff through. They did have a national cabinet meeting just after the Bondi massacre, and I think that they're going to try and bring in a whole heap of new laws that stop people from being able to speak. They're not interested in addressing radical Islam. They're not interested in addressing the terrorists themselves, because what we've seen, and there's been a fair bit of commentary here this morning about the Labor Party in particular actually working with the terrorists here. So, you know, this is getting pretty hot. There was a bit of yelling and so on going on in the Parliament this morning. So, you know, this is a very hot issue and it's very, very serious. And this is an attack on Australia. This is the Labor Party assisting the terrorists to attack us in our country. They're trying to distract from what is the real problem, and they're trying to use this as an opportunity to take down more and more decent Australians, in particular on the gun law side of things, our farmers. And as we know, our farmers need our firearms to as tools of trade. And we also need hunters who help farmers to clear enormous amounts of vermin. You know, there's so much that's could be said here. But anyway, we're going to get back in there because they've already rung the bells to say that they're going to start the after lunch session. So that's what we're going to be doing here. We're here in the New South Wales Parliament, and here's one of the staffers running back quickly. She's dragging the chain. Get amongst it there, mate. So yeah, you got to give them a bit of stick, eh? Anyway, that's what we're doing. We'll go back inside now. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll keep up to date. Today is Tuesday, the 23rd of December, 2025, and yeah, we're here in New South Wales at the Parliament. Thanks for everybody, and we'll talk to you again soon.